Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, GCW's Allure show review happened yesterday afternoon. It was on Fight TV Plus. I'm going to run down the card. I'm not going to go detail move by move of what happens, kind of run down what happens and things that are carrying forward, star rating of each match. Now, typically I don't get shows watched the day of, typically the next day, maybe even sometimes a day later, a day or two later. I'm going to try, especially with independent shows, independent wrestling, I'm going to try to get more of those up like this, maybe a day or so after they happened. I know Busted Open's tagline is from the independent scene to the main event of WrestleMania, but very rarely do they ever talk about independent wrestling unless it's somebody that's on the show, like Thunder Rosa in Mission Pro. That's pretty much it, They barely talk about NWA, so maybe we'll try to do more of the independent stuff here, give the fans out there a chance to kind of see what's out there besides the mainstream stuff. So, GCW Allure. First match on the card was the Game Changer Wrestling World Tag Team titles. We had Los Mazisos, Ciclope, and Miedo Extremo versus the main event, Lyon and Midas Black. As a tag title match goes, this match was okay. The main event, I've seen them a lot in Wrestling Open and Beyond Wrestling and a lot of the Northeast Wrestling. Here lately, they've started expanding more into like GCW and some other companies like that. This show was in Providence, Rhode Island, so that's their kind of stomping ground. Northeast Wrestling, Wrestling Open, Beyond Wrestling. Oh, God, I know I'm missing a couple other ones up in Northeast, but great tag team. So this match, again, it was a good match. I give it 3-star. Los Mazisos retained the GCW tag titles. Next up, we had Always Ready Matt Cardona versus Jordan Oliver. Matt Cardona put on Twitter, why do GCW fans hate him so much? Because he's a douchebag. That's why. He thinks he's better than everyone else. He did not put GCW on the map. I'm sorry to say. You did not do that, Matt Cardona. People did not start watching GCW because of you. I don't think so, Scooter. But yeah, and then trying to play up the whole, when MLJ said something who was wrestling, he said it was Jordan Oliver. He's like, oh, that third generation guy. So he's basically describing Nick Wayne. And then MLJ is like, no, you're describing Nick Wayne, his tag team partner. So it's actually Jordan Oliver. Who the hell is Jordan Oliver? Really, dude? Yeah, it's just Matt Cardona is trying to play a character that he's not. Just like when he won the GCW world title from Nick Gage, he was trying to play off as the heel Vince McMahon when Vince won the ECW title. Dressed in black, wearing a black bandana. I'm like, dude, that's not you, man. But go back to your woo 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 and get away from your Game Changer Wrestling. But hey, that's just my opinion. Jordan Oliver, on the other hand, uber talented. I think one of the up and comers. Him, Alec Price, Nick Wayne. There's like several that it's kind of Alec Price, Nick Wayne, Jordan Oliver. Trying to think of the other guys in that would fit into that category. Cole Radrick, Lyon, Slater. These are the guys that are the up and comers. Similar body type, high flying, got personality to them. Can go out there and wrestle with the best of them. But this match, Matt Cardona did go over, get the victory. I give it 3 1/4. But I think he sure the hell knows who Jordan Oliver is now. But it was a really good match, I thought. Next up, we had a fatal 4-way. Tony Deppen, Dyln, McKay, Ninja Mack, and Lyon Slater. This Lyon Slater guy is sick. UK, I think, he was part of the UK scene, and he did some of the, when GCW went to the UK, he was on some of those shows. 17-year-old kid, kind of like Nick Wayne, uber talented as hell. Ninja Mack, spot fest. I mean, that's literally what I think of when I hear Ninja Mack. Former GHC junior heavyweight champion over in Pro Wrestling Noah. Dyln McKay, up and comer. Tony Deppen, kind of the veteran of the group. Kind of thinks he's bigger than he actually is wise. I mean, he's still a good wrestler, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of that little snarkiness to him. But Tony Deppen got the victory here. I gave it 3.5. Next up, we had a 6-person intergender tag match. We had the second gear crew, Effy, Mance Warner, and Matthew Justice. Yes, Effy is part of the second gear crew. He's part of Bushy with Allie Katch. He's also part of the second gear crew. And other members of the second gear crew are Manders and who's the other one? Wow, I just went brain dead here. So Mercer, Matthew Justice, I hate when I go brain dead on who I'm trying to think of here. Let's see here. Maybe that's it. I thought there was somebody. I thought there was another member. Yeah, Matthew Justice and Mance seemingly tagged together, and they add Manders when they need a third, and then when they need more than the third, they add Effy. Like here, Manders is one we called Manders is his own match. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I was just thinking there was another member. Oh, AJ Gray. I forgot about AJ Gray. Yeah, AJ Gray sometimes is part of second gear crew. They're going up against Cole Radrick, the Ratty Daddy. I call the Prince of Death Matches. So if Nick Gage is the god of this shit, Alex Colon is the king of deathmatch tournaments, Cole Radrick is the Prince of Deathmatch. Dark Sheik and Sawyer, two, crazy ass females who can go out there and deathmatch wrestle anyone. This was a hell of a 6-man tag. Lots of doors, lots of pieces of doors, lots of people going through doors. Beer being drank by Mance Warner, the team of Cole Radrick, Dark Sheik, and Sawyer getting the victory. I gave it 3.25. Right after that Matt Cardona match, or right before the Matt Cardona match, Matt Cardona called out a Nick Gage and was saying some shit. He was on commentary for it. After this match, Cole Radrick called out Nick Gage comes out through the ring, and they had their own little back and forth, and Cole Radrick challenged him, St. Louis, at, what is the name of that show? Coming up, Wasted Time on December 3rd in Sanjay, Illinois, St. Louis, Missouri area for GCW World Title match. Cole Radrick versus Nick Gage. Okay. I'll definitely be watching that bad boy. Then Maki come out, and she was trying to do the where'd my gang at with Nick Gage. It was funny. It was something funny. Itoh, if y'all don't know who she is, you gotta check it out. She's been on AEW. She's on GCW. I've seen her in a couple other companies as well. She had a match against Masha Slamovich of Impact Wrestling. Masha is a bitch, or beast. So we literally had New Japan, or Japan, representing Japan, Maki Itoh, representing Russia, Masha Slamovich, in a game changer ring. Whoa! Oh, I thought it was a hell of a match. Masha Slamovich is the beast. I give it 3.25. Masha got the victory. Next up, we had Allie Katch versus Charles Mason. Charles Mason, if you've never seen him, he's in JCW, Jersey Championship Wrestling, Game Changer. I think I've seen him in LA Fights and some other companies as well. He's just this. It's hard to describe. I'm trying to think of here. Mafia kind of guy who's just lethal and just psycho. I mean, he has looks on his face when he does things like he has no heart, you know. Him against Allie Katch was actually kind of a cool match because Allie Katch was going move by move for him with him. Charles Mason did end up getting the victory. I gave it 3.5. Next up, one of the best matches of the night, if tied for the best match of the night, to be honest with you. Two young guys just going out there and putting on a hell of a match. Allie Price versus Nick Wayne. I've seen Nick Wayne going against Will Ospreay. I've seen Alec Price going against Jordan Oliver, going against people in it. You know, let's take a look here. Who some of the matches that. Let's see here. Nick Wayne, Alec Price. So, Alec Price, he's wrestling Game Changer, GCW. He had a match against Blake Christian in Black Label Pro. Haven't watched that yet. He had a match against JT Dunn in live wrestling. Never seen that in Massachusetts. Let's see here. He had a match against Calvin Tankman in Black Label Pro for the title. Anthony Henry at Grind Celebration Day. Wrestling Open against Channing Thomas. Went to a time limit draw. I actually watched that match. It's a really good match. Alec Price defeats. Oh, I haven't watched that yet. It's part of the Wrestling Open. Alec Price versus AC Mack. Alec Price won by DQ. Damn. Okay. So yeah, Alec Price is kind of that up-and-comer 24-year-old kid who. The Jordan Oliver, the Nick Wayne, that body type, young Will Ospreay body type, Blake Christian. He's got some personality to him though. He's somebody that you could build with, actually, you know, personality wise and stuff. He's good on the mic. Him and Nick Wayne just tore the house down in this match. I give it 4-star. Alec Price getting the victory. Just two up and comers just going at it. A lot of people don't like that style, the lucha libre style, but I actually love it. Next up, we had a 6-way scramble match. We had Chris Hamrick, Shane Mercer, Jimmy Lloyd, Manders, Marcus Mather, and Dustin Waller. Now, apparently, there was some things said that I did not hear. I don't know if they edited the replay version and it was said live, or if it was said in the arena and not on the stream. But, let me pull it up here. Apparently, Chris Hamrick said some things that led to Game Changer putting out a press release. Here it is. During tonight's event, Chris Hamrick used language in an unscripted promo that was inconsistent with our values and offensive to many in our audience. We apologize to those affected. We are donating Chris's pay and matching it with an equal donation of our own to Youth Pride Rhode Island. And it says, thanks for donating $500 US dollars to Youth Pride Inc. Youth Pride Inc. is the only nonprofit in Rhode Island certificate dedicated to meet, you click on here, to meet the needs of LGBTQIA+ youth 23 and under. So, I don't know what he said. I didn't hear it. But apparently it was something really bad. I'm glad I didn't hear it. Shane Mercer and Manders during this match were playing catch with Dustin Waller. Yes, literally threw him back and forth. They threw him, Shane Mercer threw him to Manders. Literally threw a human being, just threw him in the air. Crazy match here. You had a couple high flyers and Marcus Mathers and Dustin Waller. And then you had Shane Mercer and Manders, and Jimmy Lloyd was nowhere to be seen really in this match a lot. Mercer getting the victory. I give it 3 1/4. It's a pretty good little match. And then our main event, we had the submission game versus the striking game. Jonathan Gresham versus Mike Speedball Mike Bailey versus the Octopus Jonathan Gresham. This match was about strikes. This match was about mat-based wrestling. It was about Jonathan Gresham being not heel, turning heel, doing heel stuff, kind of low blow at one point. Almost got a roll-up victory. Mike Bailey, though, with his strikes that he does, is just absolutely amazing. That freaking looks like almost like a 450, and he lands on his knees. I don't know how he does it and does not hurt himself, because he does it all over the place. Mike Bailey getting the victory here. I gave it 4-star. So we had 2 4-star matches here, and I thought the show was pretty spectacular, just like most GCW shows are. If you've never checked out GCW shows, you got to. $4.99 a month, 5+. Now, I have reviewed quite a number of shows in 2022, and I also have the best of 2020 and the best of 2021 up on the channel. If you look down below in the descriptions, you will see the name and the link to each show that I've done. So if you click on that link, if only you click on it, you put that in your browser, hit enter, it'll take you to my page, to that exact video and review of all those shows. Definitely check those out if you haven't already. And we will try to do as many of these GCW reviews as we can. It might be, like I said, it might be a day or two after the fact like this, but I'll try to do as many as I can. Also, in January 1, we're going to start with Game Changer Wrestling. We're going to start a series called the Showcase of the Independents. There are 35 companies that I've heavily followed in 2022. I have the four big companies plus 31 independents. The big four are WWE, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Impact Wrestling. And then there's another group of 31 independent companies, again, starting with Game Changer Wrestling. Each day in the month of January, 31 days, 31 independent companies, Showcase of the Independents, the best of 2022 for each of those companies. Stay tuned for that. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Until just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.